Okay, so we're gonna go and fly into Nusa Dua today to kind of take a look at what the situation looks like on the ground there. Let's go.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're gonna drive out from this little plaza here. Hopefully we find a exit in this very tight space. I've got a few characters here to help me today. KDK, you can show your face right here. This is daughter KDK. She's just barely squeezing through the camera. And I got a cameraman in the back, Dafa, who likes to remain anonymous, which is perfect. I guess you'll just be able to see the back of his back. All right, so we're going to drive into the Nusa Dua, BTDC, the Bali Tourism Development Commission, which is upgraded now to the Indonesian Tourism Development Commission and merged, I think, with Angkasa Pura, which is the airport management company, state enterprise. All right, let's go.
Yep.
Now, as you can see on both sides of Nusa Dua, it's very dilapidated. In fact, this entire area has no growth ever since I first came here. It's kind of a dead zone.
Okay.
And the reason for that I've been able to discover is that when you have large tourism development complexes like this, they basically monopolize the entire traveler wallet, meaning every option the traveler has to spend money is captured. All that value is captured within the complex, whether it's transportation, tours, even like, you know, getting groceries and stuff, right? The hotels will provide. So it creates, instead of an economically alive area around, it actually creates an economic dead zone as a result. All right, we're about to drive into the main Nusa Dua complex right now, which is very civilized compared to what's outside. Most of these shops on both sides of the road, if you look right now, here I'll turn the camera towards facing the entrance. Most of the shops on each side of the road are dead. They're beyond dead, they're shuttered. And the simple reason is because there's very little walking traffic in the entrance. Most people will drive in and drive out, so they just like drive right past this place. So I'm gonna allow the camera to continue filming through the entrance as a security gate. There's basically just like a cursory security check, kind of make sure that, I guess, you don't look like a person who's here to do farm. Okay, and we're through. Very good, no drama, and let's go in. All right, we're inside, and today is Kuningan, which is a important and major Balinese holiday. Okay, there's a large traffic circle here on the entrance, which is pretty cool. I'll turn the camera around so you can see it from the ground and hopefully from the air too as well. Yeah. So this traffic circle is the main router to direct people to go to which direction they're going to go to. We're going to cruise around today on Hari Raya Kuningan and see it from the skies and from the streets here, so that you get a complete picture of what's going on here. Okay. All right, here we go. We got active track, back focusing on my face again. So that part is tidy. All right, from the streets here in Nusa Dua, it is dead quiet, like super, super quiet. It's a Saturday afternoon, and I don't see cars coming in and out of the hotels. I don't see anybody walking around. It's somewhat to be expected because, you know, why would you leave a resort if you've already paid like $400 or $500, up to a few $1,000s a night? You probably would just stay there. But let's continue patrolling and see what we see. Okay, I think there's a toll gate here. Let's try to figure out what the deal is with the toll gate. Let's turn the camera around. Okay, automated toll gate coming in. Probably just takes a scan and records your picture. Okay, here we go. take a ticket. We got a ticket here. Ta-da, our ticket. And we're gonna go inside Nusa Dua to take a closer look on both the sky and streets to see what's going on here. All right, we got active track enabled again. And proceeding inside, I'm gonna put this ticket somewhere where I won't lose it, like over here in this little side pocket of the motorbike. All right, so going inside Nusa Dua at this moment, still very, very quiet. In fact, this spa over to our right is completely dead. Looks like it hasn't seen customers in a while. There's a few people, very few people walking around. You can see them over here. You can see them kind of over here. Oh, I just drew past it. But yeah, very few people. Very few of the parking spaces are also utilized at this moment. So that's also a little bit different. And let's get a little bit closer to the beach, yeah, and see what it looks like. Hopefully you can see the ocean by now from the overhead shot. Okay, and turning again back to the street, this is the main areas where people will arrive to get to the beach. Now, this section has become sort of a general recreation area, meaning that a lot of people who are also not formally hotel guests also come to this area to enjoy the kind of like the park-like atmosphere that's here. Okay, we've reached a turnaround at this point, and we're going to turn around the bike. Oof. We're going to turn around the bike, okay, and we're going to go and explore the other thoroughfares there. Okay. And let's see what we see. It's actually quite relaxing being here at the moment, which is probably not the... Excuse me. Sorry about that. Technical... there we go. I got the technical to work there. So it's pretty actually relaxing being here since it's so quiet. But let's explore around a little bit more. Actually, excuse me there. I seem to have gotten lost. We'll keep the recording going because people do get lost in real life. Even I. So let's go back a little bit and explore the side street up here, just along the beach as well. Now there is a show called Devdan. It's an homage to Indonesia, and we can explore over here. So we're gonna make a decision. Just earlier we turned left at this corner. We're gonna turn right now. This is the Bay View, no, the Bay Bali. So we're just kind of explored over on the left. We're gonna go on the right now. So let's see what's on the right. You gotta activate the bike again. Okay, going on the right side, there's a bit more parking. There's some people working on fixing up a gutter. Okay, pretty dead. Not very busy at all, considering it's actually June at this point, which is typically our peak season in Bali, but it doesn't look very peak season-ish at the moment. In fact, some of these buildings over here look just really run down, in fact. I'll swing in for a close-up so you can get a better view. Yeah, some of these buildings look really run down. So, yeah, this is Bebek Bengil. And there's like a beach club over here that I don't think managed. I mean, beautiful building. Building is probably was okay, but it was just basically the management didn't figure out how to actually manage that thing. Okay, so if you look behind me right now, you'll see, and perhaps the sky view is a little bit easier to see that, but you'll see that, yeah, these buildings they don't look like they're in their healthiest shape. Okay, so let's continue driving around and see what we see. Oh, sorry, wrong direction, yeah. I'm going out. Okay, so Yeah, I think I accidentally entered an exit, but it's okay. It's kind of like all within a contained, very safe zone anyway. All right, we're going to continue exploring here and move now to the, I guess, the area where there's a little higher concentration. It looks like some people are exploring a little bit. Looks like this is where the motorbike stop off. Okay, so over to my left starts I think the recreational area where you're supposed to walk in. We're going to continue exploring Nusa Dua on motorbike. How's our battery, sir?
No, bro, still good.
Still good, okay. So
12 more minutes.
Excellent. So we're going to continue with our exploration by motorbike through the parking area here. Hopefully, I haven't been here long enough to actually need to pay for the parking, but the parking management system has gotten certainly more automated, which is good. I think that's positive. Let's see if this ticket works. Oops. I need to go over to the opposite side. Okay. Okay.
I spotted.
All right, gotta pay this parking thing. That. Uh-oh. My favorite part of the day, which is...
It's too. Okay.
Okay, I found my wallet, which is good. All right, excellent. Okay, now we can get out of here. And continue. So we're gonna continue and explore the rest of this complex here in Nusa Dua, getting a general feel for it from the ground and also from the sky. All right, so through this area right now, I see a lot denser parking. Oh, it looks like there's a community event over here. Probably looks like a cockfight, in fact, yeah. So there seems to be, yeah, there's a cockfight up here. Traditional Balinese cockfight right here in Nusa Dua. That's part of Kuningan festivities, which is cool. We can probably go down and have a closer look at that later. So that's an age-old tradition that needs to be refreshed from time to time. The theory or the explanation for why cockfights are legal is that it's an offering of blood to demons. So instead of humans having to offer their blood to demons, the roosters offer their blood. But if you've been to a cockfight, you'll probably agree that it is, it's kind of like a gladiator between chickens. And it comes with all the, I suppose, associated violence and cruelty that you might expect from that. But I guess if you've seen it, you know, for as long as most Balinese people have seen it, it is understandable just by virtue of being, you know, culture, right? I mean, if you have a problem with that, then, you know, I guess you should become vegetarian too, because if you've looked inside of a, like a place where they process animals for meat, it's I think that's actually more horrifying. You know, the scale of industrialized meat production. All right, let's get back onto our main objective here. So now we're looking at the other side of Nusa Dua. We've almost covered the majority of it. There's some new construction happening. That's probably more evident from the sky. It looks massive. Looks like an office building. Doesn't really look like a actual hotel, but who knows? I mean, if it is a hotel, not much of beachfront access there. Okay, we're reaching the second turnaround here. To my left, at this point, is some beach access over here. And in front of us is the golf course, which might or might not be visible also from the drone view. All right. We're gonna turn around. We've reached the end of that leg there.
But
And going through this bit of construction work up ahead. Seems like there's a bit of road repair, even though I felt like the road was fine. But, you know, why not? Why leave it unrepaired when you could repair it even more? Which seems to be the standard here in this side. Wait, let me reinvent myself here. I saw a good opportunity to go check out the beach. So we're gonna make a little bit of a funny turn here on today's Kuningan day. And I'm gonna branch off to see the beach, because the beach could be a good place to see if there's any people roving around. That would indicate that there's a healthy peak season here. Okay, so wow, this is cool. Going through that split gate kind of reminds me of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, Siem Reap. We're going to progress now towards the beach. And that's where we'll probably also end this episode. Let's take a quick look on the beach and see if things have gotten better.
that's so. Why?
This tunnel is quite refreshing because it's nice and cool. Unlike some places. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is really cool. Whenever you get to the beach, okay, whenever you get to the beach, you see these things here. Okay, we gotta land the drone. All right, so we've reached the beach, and that's the end of this episode. And we're gonna end it right there. All right, thanks for following along, and we can cut camera there. Come in and see our next episode on the series at the Bali Business Review.